Whoa! I sure hope this is working. If it's not working, I'm gonna cry. Hello, people of the internet. This is what happens when you don't stream for like 6 months. And then you kind of got to figure it out as you go. I'm back. I'm really just, before I start anything, I'm just trying to make sure we're all good audio-wise and stuff. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think. Maybe. I don't know. You never know. You never can tell with this stuff. Because the first time you do it is always like, oh, what am I going to do? So, once I get all this audio stuff figured out, we'll be good. Okay, we should be good. Tell me if the audio sounds okay. My hope is that it does. The audio should sound okay, and oh no, I made the music go somewhere. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, the music just started buffering for no reason. Well, I broke the music already, so that's cool. There we go. I fixed it. We're all good. Man, this ring light is really killing me here. It's right in my eye. Okay. Could be a little louder. I'm assuming you're talking about me. Ignore that for a second. I'm moving something around. Okay. I think I fixed it. I love that when I open this, you guys can see that. You're not supposed to be able to see that, but it is what it is. Okay, I could be a little louder. I can fix that. All I gotta do is just crank up. Okay. How's that? Does that sound better? It's hard because like when you start streaming for the first time in a while, you don't have everything set up yet. And then once you get everything set up like audio-wise and video-wise, it's really just click start, boom, everything's already here. So the intro, like the countdown and stuff, is not ideally what I would want because I was planning to stream Friday to do this. And then today I was like, I saw these people going over the nominees and stuff, and I was like, well, I don't, like, I wanted to stay as spoiler-free on all the nominees for all the categories. The only one I'm not completely, like, spoiled on, or I am completely spoiled on, is Best Voice Artist, and then obviously Anime of the Year, because that's like the big one that everybody's sharing. So, just to double check, oh, I made the chat go away, my bad. I need to fix that so I can stop doing that. We're going to do it this way. Okay, so, hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be, as I've mentioned on Twitter a bajillion times, voting for all the different categories in the Anime Awards, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. This is the big one, the biggin. So, Colin, I see you. I'm not voting One Piece for everything. I don't even think One Piece is nominated in everything. I also haven't seen One Piece. That's one of my caveats, is if I haven't seen it, then I can't vote for it. Unless it's a category where I haven't seen any of them, and then I will just kind of make my best judgment call. But I watched a lot, and I mean a lot, of anime last year. So I think we should be good. We should be good there. Now, before we keep going, just one more time. Does the audio sound okay? Do I sound okay? Can you hear the music in the background? Is my hope. Because if you can't, that would be problematic. But if you can, that would be perfect. So let me know if you can hear the music. If I need to turn it up, I can. I can hear it in my headphones, but I don't know if you guys can hear it on the stream. This video format is probably going to be the format for whatever I do in the future, be it Doki Doki Literature Club, any other video games. I have a couple other ideas. Like I want to rate or like do a tier list of all the My Hero volume covers. Everything sounds good. Perfect. That's what I like to see. So yeah, I've got some other ideas like ranking every anime I've ever watched, which I'm going to wait until I get to 100. I'm currently at 88. So I need 12 more, which is going to be really easy. So like that's an idea. Playing video games, obviously, that kind of stuff. But this will probably be a pretty similar setup. It's also like, I'm just going to stream whenever I feel like it. Like, obviously I do the podcast, not full time, but like outside of my full-time job, I do the podcast. So that's pretty neat. So I don't have a ton of free time, but in that free time, I do want to start streaming more because I did it a lot last year for the Joystick Drift podcast. Shout out to that. And that was really fun. I really like interacting with people live and just kind of going with the flow and hoping that nothing breaks along the way. And it also gives me a platform to talk because like we talk about a lot of things on the podcast, but there are also a lot of things that don't make the cut, if that makes sense. So yeah, that being said, we're going to jump into voting because I have a feeling this is going to take a while. The farther we get in the list, especially with some of these like design, animation, obviously I have so many thoughts about anime of the year already. But we're going to kind of work in backwards order. I know some of them are set up like opening, ending. You're meant to start up here, but we're not going to start up there. It's no fun to start up there. You got to start down here with best voice actor performance English. Now, I do have a gripe with this, and I know it probably doesn't matter. Hold on. My issue already with the Crunchyroll Anime Awards is the way they categorize what shows make it in. Like Chainsaw Man. That's a 2022 anime. Why are we voting for it in the 2024 Anime Awards? That doesn't make any sense. It should have been in there last year. But their weird thing is like they cut off at the fall season. Why? I don't know. But they cut off at the fall season, which means this year shows like Free aren't going to get in. What else aired in the fall? Why am I drawing a blank on what aired in the fall? Let me go back and look at shows I watched last year so I can remember. I know that's like such a, what a short span, but I genuinely don't remember what aired in the fall. I know Free was one. Was Spy Family Season 2, so that probably won't be in here. What else? There's that one romance. The Inexperienced Me and the Inexperienced You. I guarantee you Zom 100 won't be here. I think that's all I watched last year that came out in the fall. But there are quite a few shows that I know are not going to be in. And I think Free not getting in, but Chainsaw Man getting in is already the biggest letdown. I know Free Season 1 isn't finished, but like enough of it aired for them to put it in the Anime Awards. You know what I mean? Like they had a pretty clean part 1 ended last year and part 2 is starting like now. So they kind of did a split release there. So you could even just say Free Season 1 part 1. I don't know. I think it's just a little weird that stuff like Chainsaw Man gets in because that was very clearly not like I look at this list and one thing on this list, and this is just best voice actor performance. One thing here is not like the others, and it's Chainsaw Man, which is just so weird. I'm not saying it shouldn't have been nominated for anything. I'm just saying it should have been in last year, not this year. So, this is what I was talking about with, like, things I have to say. It's only going to get worse. Now, my gripe with these first two categories here is that I think they should have had a best male and female voice performance because I feel like there are a lot of good voice actors who didn't get included because there weren't the 2 separate categories. Now, I know that would have been 4 categories overall, which is a lot. But there's a lot of good voice actors in anime. So I just think it should be expanded next year. Break it up. Have a purely male category, have a purely female category. There's great actors in both that deserve to be highlighted and probably didn't make the cut. But anyway, let's start voting, shall we? Okay, so we got Abby Trott for Nezuko, Johnny Young Bosch for Ichigo, Marissa Duran as Sagiri from Hell's Paradise, Austin Tyndall as Millions Knives, Lexi Nieto as Tomo Aizawa, and Ryan Colt Levy as Denji. Okay, I'm going to keep it 100% honest with you guys. I watch a lot of dubs. But Tomo-chan as a girl is the only one I've actually, of this list, watched the dub for. Chainsaw Man I watched subbed. I haven't gotten to that character in Trigun. I haven't watched Bleach. I haven't watched Hell's Paradise. And I watched Demon Slayer subbed. So, by process of elimination, I'm going to say Lexi Nieto. Because I can't vouch for anyone else. So, I'm going to plop my vote in for that one. And now we're going to go back. All right. So, this one is going to be a little more interesting. Okay. Guys, bear with me as I try to pronounce. Do I even want to try to pronounce? I don't know. I don't know if I want to try to pronounce these names. I'm going to do my best. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because I'm going to try my hardest. So, Atsumi Tanizaki as Anya from Spy Family. Mayumi Tanaka as Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. Yuki Kaji as Eren Yeager. Kikunosuke, I think. Yeah, Kikunosuke Toya as Denji in Chainsaw Man. Yoshino Ayama as Hitori Goto, or Bochi from Bochi the Rock. And Yuichi Nakamura as Satoru Gojo. So, I have seen all of these except for One Piece, so I can't vote One Piece. And I feel like Yuichi Nakamura was really good as Gojo. Like, I love Gojo. I'll be completely honest. But also, Yuki Kaji as Eren Yeager? Like, come on. Come on. It's Yuki Kaji. He did such a good job as Eren Yeager. I also love how you can't even tell what I'm voting for. Like, I have to click on it because the Attack on Titan thing is just so long that I have to click on it. I'm really torn between Yuki Kaji and Atsumi Tanizaki because she did a really good job with Anya. Like, Anya in the dub does not hit the same as Anya in the sub. So this is hard. They all did such a good job. I think I gotta go Yuki Kaji as Eren Yeager. And I'm not like the biggest Attack on Titan fan, but I can admit that Yuki Kaji really sold it as Eren this year. So I'm gonna go Yuki Kaji. Everyone else did a really good job, especially Yoshino Ayama. Bochi was really good. That's another one that's 2022. Why is it here? Should have been here last year. All right. So this is this is hard. So we have Akari from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 Hidden Inventory. Did Shibuya not get... I wonder if the Shibuya incident didn't get nominated. That's going to be really interesting. Might get me to vote for Jujutsu Kaisen a little more. So we have Akari from Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 Hidden Inventory. Happiness of the Dead from Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Okay, so we got one nomination at least. I can live with that. Koi Kogare from Demon Slayer Season 3. Color from Spy Family Season 1 Core 2. Oh! I thought that was Season 2. Hold on. Yeah, I told you Spy Family Season 2 wasn't going to make it. That's Season 1 Core 2. Okay, that's very different. especially when it comes to ending sequence. We have Hawatari Nyoku Senti, 200 million centimeter long blades. From Chainsaw Man. I'm gonna keep it 100% with you guys. I don't remember any of the Chainsaw Man endings. I really don't. And I think the concept of changing the ending every episode is cool, but it leads to you not really remembering any of them because you don't hear it over and over again. Like all of these other ones, you hear it at the end of every episode, so it kind of like sticks in your brain. But Chainsaw Man, every ending like was just there and gone with the rest of the show. So, and then we have Mephisto from Oshinoko. So, this is really hard because I love all of them. I'm going to go ahead and rule out Spy Family. Like, we're going to work process of elimination here. I'm going to go ahead and rule out Spy Family because it was good, but I listened to all these other songs much more. See, here's the thing, though, that I also have to consider is you also have to consider visuals, because it's not just saying what's the best song, what's the best ending in terms of, like, the whole thing, including visuals. So that, to me, is going to put it between Mephisto, Happiness of the Dead, and Akari. I love Demon Slayer. Y'all know I love Demon Slayer. The ending wasn't that good. Like, it was good, but it wasn't that good. So, Happiness of the Dead it's good. I wish we could watch all of these on stream. I wish copyright worked that way, but it doesn't. Because I want to I want to rewatch them. And you know what? I'm going to skim through them on my phone real quick. I'll just turn the audio off because I know the song. I just need to see the visuals. We're going to Oshinoko ending. This one, it has a really good ending. I love Oshinoko. That's going to be a common trend here. And I like this symbolism. I'm watching it on my phone. I like the symbolism present in this ending. And here's how I'll talk about them. I'll talk about them while I'm watching, and if you want to like sync it up while I'm talking about it. It has a lot of good visuals, and I really like the symbolism, especially with the story that's presented and the dichotomy between the two siblings. And it's also a banger song. Oshinoko, I feel like, is not going to get the respect it deserves this year because it kind of came and went, and I hate that for that series because it is truly a good series. I just finished, I was reading volume 4 of the manga, which is really just what was in the anime. It doesn't go any further than that. But it is really good. Let's look at... Okay, we're moving on to Zom 100. So right now... Oh, I forgot how good this ending is. So we're on to Zom 100 now. Let me change this so you know. Okay, we're on Zom 100 now. I forgot. Oh. Okay, I think this is my current frontrunner. I think this is my current frontrunner, is Zom 100. It had such a good ending. I love the vibes present. They really, like... You know, I don't want to say every anime is going to go unrespected. I think Zom 100 is going to go unrespected because of all the hiatus stuff that really killed the hype and hurt that series. I think that series would have exploded much more than it did if there weren't consistent hype-killing delays. All right, let me look at Jujutsu Kaisen. Let me look at Akari real quick. If I can find it. There it is. I think Akari is a good song. I don't think it's a good visual opening. I might be wrong. I might not be cooking with that one. This is hard. This is very hard. I did not anticipate spending this much time on just best ending. All right, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Happiness of the Dead. Jujutsu Kaisen had a great ending. Phenomenal. Mephisto is a great song, and I love, like I said, what it means and what it does for the characters. And I would love to vote for Oshinoko, but I gotta go Happiness of the Dead. I think it's just, it easily wins out here. So we're gonna go that one. All right. So best opening. Already gonna, well, this isn't gonna be as hard because I haven't seen 2 of these shows. So we have Idol from Oshinoko, obviously. Kickback, Chainsaw Man. Where Our Blue Is, Jujutsu Kaisen. Work from Hell's Paradise. Song of the Dead. Look at this. Let's go. I am all here for the Zom 100. And then Innocent Arrogance from Heavenly Delusion. So I don't need to rewatch these because I'm pretty familiar with all of these. I watch anime openings on the regular. This is really going to come down to Idol, Song of the Dead, and Where Our Blue Is. And I have to decide how much I want to let my love for Yoasobi carry this opening. Because it's good. It's a good opening. But I also have to take into account the visuals. I can't just say the song. Because if it was just the song, Idol, all the way. But Where Our Blue Is also has some really good visuals. And Song of the Dead, I think especially the last version, like the completed version of that opening, wins it out. I'm also so mad that My Hero didn't get a nomination for this at all. Are you kidding me? I'm not saying that that opening was my favorite, but like, if you're gonna include Heavenly Delusion, you could include the second core of My Hero Season 6. Boku no from Eve, dude. That's a snub right there. That was so good. Unless we get to next year and it's there. I don't know. I think, yeah, Chainsaw Man is here, but My Hero is... Okay. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Yes, Song of the Dead is really good. Kickback is okay. I like the movie references, but I kind of don't get them. Like, I'm a film bro, but I don't understand any of the references. So it's really coming down to these 3. I don't know. This is hard. Idol was good. I'm gonna cut down Where Our Blue Is. It's really good. It's a great song. But the visuals are kind of beat out by these 2. Idol is so good. But I gotta go Song of the Dead. That opening, it's so bright and vibrant and just and it's hard because Song of the Dead, that opening only got played for the last, like, what, 4 episodes was the finished version of that opening? 4 or 5? Whereas, like, Idol was all of them. So it was consistently good, but Song of the Dead had all of these different versions, and they didn't want to use the finished version until the end for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it wasn't done, and that's why. So I think I'm gonna go Idol. My gut is telling me to go with Idol because it's just, dude, Oshinoko, that song goes hard. Song of the Dead is very good though. Okay, maybe we're out of the what's our next best score? Oh. Well, this is another hard one. So we got Oshinoko by Doga Kobo, Bocchi the Rock by Cloverworks, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Swordsmith Village Arc by Ufotable, Attack on Titan, the final chapter special 1, Mappa. Whoa, where's the Yuki? What, not Yuki? Hiroyuki Sawano. Did he not do the music? Chainsaw Man is Mappa. This is best score, right? This is best score, not best animation. Why are they listing? Okay, Chainsaw Man by Mappa. Suzume up for best score. That is a win in and of itself. I'm very excited about that. I think I gotta go Demon Slayer, though. This is the easiest category. Demon Slayer, dude, people sleep on the Demon Slayer soundtrack. Like, everyone goes to the openings or the endings or the animation or whatever, but it has a really good score that is very distinct and iconic, and it's very different. And you know it's a Demon Slayer score. So that's why I'm going with Demon Slayer. This is a pretty easy category. I already knew I was going to vote Demon Slayer on that one. Best anime song. Okay, so this is excluding all of the... This is excluding all of the visuals. This is just music. So we have Idol from Oshinoko, Seishun Complex from Bocchi the Rock, Where Our Blue Is, Jujutsu Kaisen, Work from Hell's Paradise, Suzume from Suzume, and Kickback from Chainsaw Man. It's Idol all the way. Idol is a banger. Idol goes hard. And it's Yoasobi. Dude, I can't not vote for Yoasobi. They were my top artists on Spotify last year. I gotta go Idol. That was another easy category. Must protect at all costs character. Okay. So we got Anya Forger. We got Bocchi. Pochita. Suletta Mercury. Really? 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 I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know. I don't know, man. Miri from Buddy Daddies. I've never seen it. I've heard it's good. I've never seen it. And then Boji. Is that Ranking of Kings? Yes. Okay. I've never seen these two. The rest I have seen. I'm sorry. This is such a bad nomination. This is a bad nomination. No, I'm not voting for One Piece. I can't vote for... One Piece hasn't even been up for like the last 3 categories. I can't vote for One Piece. I like Suletta. Don't get me wrong. Great character. Not a must protect at all cost character, though. Are you kidding me? Like... I don't know. I haven't seen the second half of Witch from Mercury. I kind of let it go at the cliffhanger because I've heard it kind of goes downhill. They also wrap it up. Like, it was a 24 episode and done. I can't believe... I'm sorry. I'm not over this. Hold on. I'm going to find a better character to nominate here because there's a much better pick for this slot. Why did they pick her? You could have put Ruby from Oshinoko. You could have put half of the cast from Mashal. You could have put what's her name? Akane from not Oshinoko. Well, Akane from Oshinoko, but also Akane from My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. You could have put, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Yamada from The Dangers in My Heart would have been another good one. Satoru Gojo would have been a really funny one to put there. That would have been better than Suletta. I'm sorry. Eren Yeager. Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend. Like, I'm sorry. This is just a bad nomination. This is... Rich from Mercury wasn't that good. Anyway, moving on. We're not going Pochita. Pochita is cool. But he's not really in Chainsaw Man at all. He's just kind of there. Bocchi, good one. Yeah, I've heard Miri is a sweetheart, but Anya is still, like, the top tier. So I'm, for the, like, second year in a row, we gotta go Anya Forger. You can't not go Anya, dude. Come on. Easy sweep. Easy sweep for Anya. All right, best supporting character. We got. All right. What? Why are they? Why do they have supporting character? They were the main characters of that arc. That doesn't make any sense. Gojo and Geto were the main characters of the Hidden Inventory arc. You should have put... Oh, what's her name? Rika? Is that her name? I don't know. Is it... No, Rika is Yuta's girlfriend. Where did I put Jujutsu Kaisen? Da, 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 da. What is her name? Why can't I remember her name? It starts with an R. Is it Ruta? Rika? Amanai? Rico. Rico, not Rika. Very close, though. Very similar. You should put Rika here. Dude! You should have put Rika here! Not Rika. Rico should have gone here! Must protect at all costs? Really? You put Suletta Mercury instead of Rika. I'm sorry. She got snubbed from the must protect at all costs category. Get out of here, Crunchyroll. You are on crack. All right. So we got Reagan from Mob Psycho. I've never seen Mob Psycho. I want to watch it, though. Kana Arima from Oshinoko. Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Hanji. I've never gotten it right. Hanji from Attack on Titan. Power from Chainsaw Man. And Gato from Jujutsu Kaisen. All right. It's tough between Kana and Gojo. I love them both. Gojo's the main character, though. He's not a supporting character. But for the sake of this, what is this? It's a wash. That's what it is. It's a really weird category because two of these are not side characters. Anyway, they're only here because they're not the main character, even though they're being nominated for the arc where they are the main character. Crunchyroll, get off the crack. Kana's good, but I didn't really come around to her until I started reading the manga, so I can't really credit that to the anime. I gotta go Gojo. Gojo's gonna sweep this category anyway, so we're gonna go Gojo and just get it over with. All right, best main character. This is a tough category. So we got Denji, obviously, Bocchi from Bocchi the Rock, Mob from Mob Psycho, Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece, and Thorfinn from Vinland Saga. I need to watch Vinland Saga. I've heard it's really good and, like, life-changing. So I need to watch it. Okay, 3 of these I haven't seen, so that cuts me down to half. And you know what? I really want to say Bocchi because I loved Bocchi the Rock. But it's Eren Yeager. Dude, it's Eren. How can you not? Eren's going to win best main character for like the 3rd year in a row because they've really been padding out Attack on Titan the final season. So, can we also talk about how stupid this naming convention is? Attack on Titan, final season, the final chapter, special 1. Really don't have a say. I'm gonna say Eren. Bocchi was good. I did not like Denji. I'll be honest. Denji's character kind of comes down to I'm a horny teenager, and it was fine, I guess, but it's like not my favorite. It felt like there wasn't much depth to his character aside from that of like, oh, I want to touch boobs. Like, that's my character trait. Because like 90% of the things he did in the anime was for some kind of like indecent reward of like, oh, if I do this, then Makima will let me sleep with her. Or like, if I do this, then Power will let me touch her boobs. Like, if I, survive this haunted hotel, then Himeno will give me a kiss. Like, I'm not a huge fan of his character, and I tried reading the manga, and it's all pretty much the same. So, I gotta go Eren Yeager, because he's the GOAT, okay? He's Eren Yeager. Best slice of life. This is gonna be hard. I'm gonna say that for every single one. Bocchi the Rock, Horimiya the Missing Pieces, My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. So glad to see that here. Skip and Loafer, Insomniacs After School, and Do It Yourself. So, they broke this up very nicely because I've only seen the left 3 and not the right 3. I've heard really good things about Skip and Loafer. Insomniacs After School, I fully intend on watching, but it's a little harder because it's a High Dive exclusive, and High Dive doesn't have the best app, which makes it hard to watch. I was also waiting to see if it got dubbed, but it hasn't yet. And then Do It Yourself, I've heard, is pretty good. So I do intend on watching all of these at some point. Probably I'll get to them this year. So this was a fantastic anime. It truly, what's the word I'm looking for? Exceeded my expectations. And I really love it for what it is. I think it's one of the best romance that came out last year. It is one of my personal favorite romances because it kind of breaks the high school cliche a little bit, even though Yamada is still in high school and Akane is in college. The age gap's not that... I know it sounds weird, but it's not that bad. It was good, but it wasn't that good, especially for a slice of life. Now, here's what I'm going to say, is it's not out of the running yet. Horimiya was really good, but there is one massive caveat as to why I'm not going to pick Horimiya, even though it is in my top 3 romance anime of all time. The problem with The Missing Pieces is that they went back and filled in what they hadn't animated. So what that means is it was a lot of out of context, random bits and random chunks of story. There was no overarching story, and it was very like it would skip. So like the first 2 episodes, Hori and Miyamura weren't together yet. And then like the rest of the episodes they were, so if you just watch The Missing Pieces, you wouldn't really understand. So season 1 is phenomenal despite this stuff that's missing. But I think as much as I loved The Missing Pieces and I looked forward to every episode every week, that was only because I had seen the entire, like I had seen everything. I'd started reading the manga, so like I'd piece everything together. I just don't think that's the best way to adapt it. And I kind of wish, and I kind of hope that in the future they go back and do a re-edit and put it all together in chronological order, so it makes sense. Because like somebody put out a chart of, if you want to watch Horimiya, here's how you watch it. You watch like the first 10 minutes of this episode and then the last 20 minutes of this one, and then like you go back and forth, and it's like, this doesn't need to be this complicated. So Bocchi the Rock is really good. It was a very interesting slice of life. It was the first anime I watched that was in recent memory, that was very music centric, which set the stage very well for Oshi no Ko to come out this year, or last year. I just think Bocchi the Rock didn't have as much staying power for me as Yamada-kun did. So I'm going to go with Yamada-kun. All of these shows are great, except for what I said about Horimiya. So that's cool. All right. Best drama. This is very interesting. What is a drama? Conveys something essential about the human experience. Their mastery of building and relieving tension sets fans on the edge of their seats, feeling all their feelings and compelling them to invest deeply in the characters and their stories. So, Oshi no Ko from Doga Kobo. Is that the animation studio? Never heard of that animation studio before. Heavenly Delusion, Production IG, To Your Eternity Season 2. I still haven't watched that one either. Attack on Titan. This is specifically Special 1. My Happy Marriage. Look at that! Netflix exclusive anime. Made it in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Good for them, branching out. And then Vinland Saga Season 2. So I haven't seen that one. This is another one where I haven't seen half. Oshi no Ko is my current leader for Best Drama, because My Happy Marriage was good. But what ended up happening was I felt like the climax was mid-season, and I kind of fell off watching it when she got like abducted by her family or whatever, and then he came in and saved her. Like, that episode was phenomenal. And then it kind of just plateaued from there for me. It's a great show. You should go watch it if you haven't seen it. But for me personally, that's kind of where I leave it. Attack on Titan. It was very hard to get invested in Attack on Titan just because of how they spaced it out. So I'm gonna go Oshinoko because I love Oshinoko. I think it's a fire. It is the best drama. I love how it worked in like a realistic portrayal of the entertainment industry, especially when you get to the stuff with Akane and how that show ran and her whole event. I don't want to say what it was because I don't want YouTube to get angry at me for saying it. But her whole arc was really well handled, and I really loved that. Especially what made Oshinoko hit a little differently for me is I read the manga in its entirety. Not entirety. What was available at the time, which was the first 2 volumes, and then I started watching the anime, which is the first time I've ever really done that. And like now, I could catch up, but I want to stick with the physical volumes for now, which I know that's like the anime is going to catch up, and there's so many more chapters. Like we're only on, this goes up to chapter 40, but we're on like 160 or something, so it's going to be a while before I get there. But I really love Oshinoko, and I think it's a great series. And is definitely probably going to sweep the Anime Awards. Either that or Attack on Titan again. I wouldn't be shocked if Attack on Titan swept the awards again. All right, so we are about halfway there. Yes! Okay, so this is going to be another hard category. I've only seen 2 of them this time. So we got Demon Slayer Season 3, Mashle, Magic and Muscles, Ranking of Kings, Hell's Paradise, Mushoku Tensei, and The Ancient Magus Bride. Okay. I'm kind of upset with myself, and I kicked myself that I did not get to Mushoku Tensei Season 2 last year, because I really love Season 1. I really love Jobless Reincarnation. I think it's a fantastic fantasy, but I haven't seen this season, so I can't say. Haven't seen any of the other ones. Demon Slayer. I love you to death. I love Demon Slayer. I would die for Demon Slayer. But Mashle, Magic, and Muscles was the best fantasy to come out last year. And if you don't think so, that means you probably haven't seen it. We're about to cover it for the podcast. Next week, actually, is when that episode goes out. We're recording it next week. My bad. But this anime captured me like no anime aside from like some of my favorites have. I watched the first episode and I binge watched all of it in a day because I was just hooked. I was into it. I was like, yes, sir, we got it. I love the concept. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see I just caught up with the manga. I picked up volumes 5 through 11. Because I love the manga so much, I bought up to where it was currently released. I think I can go get 3 more volumes, but I'm going to read some of the other stuff on my shelf first. It's just such a good series. The premise is very simple, and it's kind of like, it gives me JoJo's vibes, where it's kind of like you just watch it and you don't really try to think about anything too much. You don't think about the physics. You don't think about the fight. You just turn your brain off and you just watch and you just enjoy what is being shown to you. Also, I'm so sad that Knockout did not get nominated for Best Opening because that opening is so good. That opening goes hard. But I'm going to vote for Mashle. I love Mashle. It honestly, I'm rewatching it for the podcast, so I'm fresh on season 1, and then I'm going to start season 2. If they can nail season 2 as an adaptation, because the source material is really good, Mashle will break somewhere into my top 10 anime of all time. It was really good. I really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Best action. All right, we already know this is going to go to Demon Slayer, but I'm going to pretend like it's not. So we have Attack on Titan, of course, the final season, the final chapters part special 1. Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Oh, so now it's Shibuya. Now it's Shibuya. So you're telling me Specials didn't get in the best opening nomination? What is that? That's some crap. Anyway, Bleach, The 1,000-Year Blood War, Demon Slayer season 3, and One Piece. Sorry guys, can't vote. One Piece, I've never seen it. I might start it this year though. Maybe. We'll see. It's gonna go to Demon Slayer. Listen, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 had some okay. Because this is best action, not best animation. Still, gonna go to Demon Slayer. I can't, dude. Like I said, I'll die for Demon Slayer. The action this season was so well choreographed, so well done. They did a fantastic job of adapting those fights from the manga. Incredible. We're gonna go Demon Slayer. All right, best comedy. Oh, I didn't think those two were gonna be up for comedy. Okay, so we got Bocchi the Rock again, Mashle, Magic and Muscles, Urusei Yatsura, which is another High Dive exclusive that I need to watch. Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead, Spy Family Season 1, Core 2, and Buddy Daddies. So, I've only not seen 2 of these. Right now, it's a tough race between these 3 right here. Spy Family is hilarious. Especially that second arc was just so good. But here's my problem with them nominating stuff like Chainsaw Man and this part of Spy Family. Is it so far out of the zeitgeist of people? Like, this aired a year and a half ago. This was fall 2022. It is so far out of my zeitgeist of like what I'm thinking about that I'm obviously going to vote for, or like the average person is going to vote for something more recent like Zom 100 or Mashle. So you're almost setting it up for failure. Same for Bocchi the Rock. That was another 2022 anime. So I don't know. Their grading system is weird. I kind of wish they would push it a little further back into the year, which, I mean, they can't really, because already, like, the awards show itself is in March. So, I don't know. I think it's very interesting that shows like that get in. I think they could make it work without including shows that are a year and a half old. So, that's just me, though. I love Spy Family. I thought it was hilarious. Zom 100 was also really funny. You're going to go Buddy Daddies? I respect that. I've heard it's really good. Zom 100 is a very close second for me, too. I think I got to give it to Mashle again. It was just so funny. And, like, I watched it dubbed, and the humor hits even in the dub. Like, it's just, I don't know. It was just really funny to me, and I really enjoyed it. So, best romance. All right. This is my category. I love romance anime. I've watched, let me pull up the list. You guys are going to be shocked with how much romance anime I've watched. It's an astronomical amount. So, I've watched in total 90 anime. So, we have 10 more to go before I rank them all. I have watched, out of those 90 anime, right? 37 of them are romance anime. So, I guess you could say I'm a little bit of a romance connoisseur. Just a little bit. So we have Horimiya, The Missing Pieces, My Happy Marriage, Skip and Loafer, Tomo-chan as a Girl, My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999, and Insomniacs After School. So, here's what I'm going to say. I'm already kind of upset that The Dangers in My Heart didn't get nominated. The Angel Next Door, Spoils Me Rotten didn't get nominated. Or Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. I think those 3 not being here are very big snubs. Especially The Dangers in My Heart. Because if The Dangers in My Heart was on here, that would be my go-to. That would be my boom. Wow. I'm going to immediately click on that. based off of my ranking for last year, my choice should be Horimiya. Because in my like ranking of all the shows last year, Dangers in My Heart was number 7, Horimiya was number 8. And for reference, what else is on here? Yamada-kun is 13, Tomo-chan is 12, and My Happy Marriage was all the way down at 22. It kind of fell off for me. 2 of them I haven't seen, which I totally should have seen. That was on me for having not seen them. Tomo-chan, 100% for me. I've watched it. You watched it 3 times? I didn't think it was that good. But if you enjoy it that much, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoy it. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it. And it was one of those, like, I'm happy with it because it feels like a very, like, it doesn't need another season. Like, it's very complete-ish with the way they ended it. I know the manga continues, I think. So I really enjoyed it. Oh man, I am sleepy. It's a toss up between Horimiya and My Love Story with Yamada-kun. Cause this one so good. But Horimiya, man, it's Horimiya. We gotta go Horimiya. I can't not go Horimiya. I'm sorry, I had to. All right, best art direction. Color, design, and animation style. Okay. So, here's our noms. Oshinoko, Demon Slayer Season 3, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Zom 100, Hell's Paradise, Chainsaw Man. So let's work backwards here. Chainsaw Man, full respect to the animators at MAPPA. They are very clearly overworked and underpaid. So I respect their work. But I did not like how much CGI was present in Chainsaw Man. I don't think it looked bad. I just don't think it was good. Oh, well, I guess that doesn't count because this is art direction, not animation. Best animation is a different... Why does it not say... I voted in comedy. I said Mashal. I don't know why that didn't register. Yeah, like best animation is a completely different category, so I will reserve that. Art direction... I mean, it's going to come down to Oshinoko, Demon Slayer, and Zom 100. I think Zom 100 had a really good art direction, but I think they kind of hit their peak in the first episode, if that makes sense. Like, that first episode, the art direction was insane. How they went from, like, the black and white to the, like, vibrant color where he tears apart the borders and make it a full screen. Like, that was great, but that was one episode. And that was it. And everything else, like, they kind of plateaued art direction-wise for the rest of the season. Demon Slayer is always hype. Is always peak. And I think they've done an incredible job. But I'm going to go Oshinoko. Because I really love the art style. I really love how vibrant and colorful everything is. And even, this is another one where it kind of, it didn't peak in the first episode. But this was one where the way they had Ai's death in the first episode, like in the manga, it's a haunting panel. It's a haunting panel to look at because the artist, which is, I have it right here, Mengo Yokoyari, captured it so well. But then in the anime, dude, it was terrifying. Like, I was gonna have nightmares about that frame because it was so good. So that's why I'm gonna say Oshinoko, because the art direction was very consistently good. Not like Zom 100, it was up here and then they kind of like dropped down to here and plateaued for the rest of the season. Oshinoko was consistently good. They made a really good use of the animation medium. I rest my case. That's what I have to say. Okay. Best cinematography. I hate cinematography. focuses on the composition of individual scenes, paying attention to light, shadow, and camera angles. All right, so if you want to know how much MAPPA does, they make up I was going to make a joke about half. MAPPA makes up 4 of the 6. 4 of the 6 nominations are from MAPPA. Okay, we have Attack on Titan, the final season, the final chapters, Special 1, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Swordsmith Village Arc, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Vinland Saga Season 2, Heavenly Delusion, and Chainsaw Man. I gotta go Demon Slayer. Because there's something so cinematic about every Demon Slayer episode. Like, every Demon Slayer episode could be thrown up on a theater screen. These from MAPPA are good, but they all start to feel the same. Like, I remember watching Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, and they felt very similar. Like, I just called Chainsaw Man Jujutsu Kaisen Light. That's how similar they were. And you can kind of see that with Attack on Titan, too. I haven't seen Vinland Saga or Heavenly Delusion, so I can't really say anything about those. So I'm talking specifically about the ones I have seen. It's got to be Demon Slayer, because every episode is just so cinematic and looks so good. We have, how many is that? 8 categories left? We're getting somewhere. All right. So, Best Director. So, great anime and a great... Okay. Work behind the scenes, conveying their vision, making critical decisions, and managing the creative aspects of production. So, we have... Here's another one where I'm going to struggle with names. We have Daisuke Hitomaki from Oshinoko, Keiichiro Saito for Bocchi, Shota Goshizono for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Hirotaka Mori for Heavenly Delusion, Ryu Nakayama for Chainsaw Man, and Yuichiro Hayashi for Attack on Titan, blah, 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 blah. Best Director, I'm already going to go Oshinoko. The directing was unparalleled. Comparatively to... well, Bocchi the Rock had some pretty good well, that's animation, not direction. I'm going to say Oshinoko. I think I'm assuming that's a guy. Assumption. The director directed very well and knew how to properly adapt the source material, and I think that was the most important part, because Oshinoko really was like a one-to-one adaptation while adding to it, which I think was incredible. So, Best Character Design. Okay, so we have Oshinoko, Demon Slayer Season 3, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Trigun Stampede, Hell's Paradise, and Chainsaw Man. So I'm going to eliminate Chainsaw Man. I did not like the character design there. I haven't seen these two, so I can't say anything. Jujutsu Kaisen has good character design, but not the best. So it's really between these two. Demon Slayer has phenomenal character design. Oshinoko has phenomenal character design. But I think I gotta go Demon Slayer because I don't know. I don't really have like a deep philosophical reason. I'm just gonna go Demon Slayer because I really like the character design. And I think they did a great job of adapting the art style from the manga. That's what I have to say about that. It's my 2 cents on that. All right, Best Animation. Jujutsu Kaisen. All right. I'm sorry, Demon Slayer. Moving on. I'm just kidding. So we have Attack on Titan, the final season, the final chapter, Special 1, Demon Slayer Season 3, Mob Psycho 103, Trigun Stampede, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, and Chainsaw Man. So, before I cast my vote for Demon Slayer, that was already a lock for Best Animation. You cannot stop Ufotable, dude. The stuff Ufotable cranks out, even on a bad day, is insane. Is phenomenal. is great. Now, I want to take a second to recognize the MAPPA animators because, as I said before, they are overworked and underpaid and in desperate need of a better schedule. And I want to highlight the work that they did. Me voting for Demon Slayer is not me saying that the MAPPA animators did bad. The MAPPA animators did an incredible job with what they were given, especially with the schedule that they were given. Especially in the case of Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen. Especially with Jujutsu Kaisen. I have my gripes with Shibuya, right? I have my gripes with the Shibuya incident arc. And that is more from a writing perspective than an animation perspective. I will admit that that season looked insane. It looked phenomenal. And I had even more respect for it once I heard what was happening with MAPPA and all the animators and stuff. I had even more respect that they were able to make it look that good on the schedule that they had. But, as I said before, the stuff Ufotable puts out even on a bad day, top tier. So I gotta go Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is gonna win this category easy. It's not even close. Best original anime. I've only seen one of these. How did I miss this many original anime? Yikes. So we have Akiba Maid War, Buddy Daddies, Witch from Mercury, The Marginal Service, Do It Yourself, or Birdie Wing. Okay, so by process of elimination, I have to go Witch from Mercury. It's the only thing I've seen. Which sucks. Because it wasn't that good. I mean, the first season was good. Or the first half. Like, the first 12 episodes was pretty good. It was Gundam. Which was cool. I just think it could have been a better Gundam. It's not as good as Iron-Blooded Orphans, which is the only other Gundam I've seen. I'll cast my vote, though, because it's whatever. I haven't seen any other ones. Best film. Aw, you can't put Love is War against Suzume? You can't do me like that. All right. So we have Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King, Kaguya-sama, Love is War, The First Kiss That Never Ends, Suzume, Blue Giant, Psychopath's Providence, and The First Slam Dunk. So this is a fight between Love is War and Suzume, which is hard because I love both of those series so exponentially. I love them so much. Suzume was my movie of the year, and it's a Makoto Shinkai film. The only reason I'm not giving it to Love is War is because Love is War is a continuation of the story, as opposed to Suzume is a completely new, completely original thing, and I have so much respect for it for that. So that's why I'm going to go Suzume for Best Film, because it's just a phenomenal movie. And if you haven't watched it already, you should. It's on Crunchyroll, and the Blu-ray comes out in March. All right, Best New Series. So this is not a continuation. Is there a Best Continuation category? Yes, Best Continuing. So we have 3 more categories. Oopsies. No. Okay, I didn't want to see that. Okay, so Best New Series. Oshinoko, Chainsaw Man, which should not be there. Hell's Paradise, Zom 100, Heavenly Delusion, and Bocchi the Rock. Oshinoko, for all of the reasons I've mentioned before. Top tier. I'm sorry. Yeah. Dude, My Hero not nominated for Best Continuing Series? What is this bullcrap? Bones, you're fumbling. Come on. You got to take it back. All right, so we have Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family, Demon Slayer, One Piece, and Vinland Saga. So again, haven't seen One Piece or Vinland Saga. Maybe I'll start Vinland Saga next, because it's really good. Or I've heard it's really good. So Best Continuing Series, I gotta go Demon Slayer again. Like, it's Demon Slayer, my guy. Is this the second to last category? It is. Demon Slayer Season 3. Even people will say it's not the best. And here's my argument to that is they're like, why are all these new people working on it who have never worked on Demon Slayer before? Maybe it's because they're about... Maybe guys. Maybe it's because they're about to do the biggest arc in the manga and they want to start training up people of how they work on Demon Slayer before they start the biggest arc in the manga. So all these new people are no longer new people by the time we get to the biggest arc in the manga. That's all I'm saying. Demon Slayer is peak. Demon Slayer is phenomenal. Bocchi better than what? Oshinoko? That's an opinion. We're all free to have our own opinions. I'm not here to stomp on anybody's opinion because I don't want them to do it to me. I'm just saying that's an opinion. It's a thought you can have. All right, so here's the big one. Anime of the year. I have things to say. Chainsaw Man should not be here. Under any circumstance, Chainsaw Man should not be here. 1, it wasn't that good. 2, it came out in 2022 and ended before 2023. You can't even say, well, they aired an episode in January. No, it was over in December 2022. Chainsaw Man should not be here, which is so stupid. But that's on Crunchyroll. Oshinoko. We've talked about Oshinoko. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Bocchi the Rock, Demon Slayer, and Vinland Saga. So, here's what I'm going to say. This is going to be a 3-horse race between Oshinoko, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Because that's how Anime of the Year always is it's a 3-horse race between the 3 most popular. It's not about what's the best, it's about what's most popular. Which, in that regard, it's going to go to Demon Slayer over Oshinoko. I think Oshinoko is Anime of the Year. I love Demon Slayer. I've talked about how much I love Demon Slayer, but it's a continuation. And I find it very hard to put continuing anime up for Anime of the Year. And I know if you don't, that eliminates half of this list, but that just means there's more new anime that you could put in here that should have been here. Like Zom 100 should have been up for Anime of the Year. The Dangers in My Heart should have been up for Anime of the Year. Like, there's shows in here that should have been nominated for Anime of the Year that aren't, because they're being beat out by Season 2s and a Season 3. So, to me, I personally am going to have to go Oshinoko for everything I've said. It is such a phenomenal series. They did an incredible job adapting the source material, and just, man, what a show. What a time. What a show. It was so good. I've said my piece about Oshinoko, and I will cast my vote, and then now we're done. So, here's another thing I really don't like about the Anime Awards, is that you can resubmit your vote every day. Why does that matter? Why is that the way the list is run? You should vote once and be done. Like the Game Awards. You vote once and you're done. Why do I keep doing that? It's whatever. Okay, I'm going to download both of these because they're going to go on Twitter. If it wants to download. There we go. Download both of those. They're going to go on Twitter. So it just boggles my mind that you can do that. You shouldn't be able to do that, but it is what it is. So yeah, that was voting in the Anime Awards. My plan right now is to do a reaction to the Anime Awards in March. And sit down and watch and be like, that was a snub. That was actually a good nomination. Oh, well, that was not a good nomination, or that was not a good win, but, you know, it's whatever. To kind of like bring this full circle and say, okay, we voted in every category. Now let's see what actually won and how my personal opinions differ from what was actually put up. So that was all I had for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. It was a short, like, hour and a half stream. Thank you to everyone who came and watched. If you're watching the VOD after the fact, cool. Thanks for watching the VOD. Like I said, I haven't streamed in a while, so it takes a little bit to get, like, re-accustomed to it and warmed up and all that stuff. Thank you to everyone who watched. If you're watching the VOD or you're watching live, I really appreciate you. It means a lot to me. And I thank you for that. Let me know in the comments how you feel about all the things. And if you think I'm insane. Or you think I'm actually kind of cooking. Let me know what you think. I will see you guys next time. The plan right now, I don't have another stream planned for January. The next one I have planned at the moment is doing a Valentine's Day stream playing Doki Doki Literature Club. So that is tentatively what's next. There may be one between now and then, or that one may not happen. Just kind of stay tuned on twitter.com/nerdiestnick, NERDISTNIC. It's also linked in the description. Follow me there. Stay up to date with it there. That's where I'll announce what I'm doing next, when I'm doing it. So that being said, thank you to everyone for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.